Hello everyone. Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. You all might have thought कि कोई बड़े सफेद बालों के साथ कोई साइंटिस्ट आएगा. But that's what we want to change the perspective, for which I have two questions for you all. You just say loudly yes or no, and even for teachers or ma'am, please. In your childhood, have you ever wanted to touch the sky? Loudly. Yes. Have you ever dreamt to roam around the whole world? Yes. I too had these dreams. I'm not sure whether I have completed or not, but I was part of a project named Pratham, which not just touches the sky, it is there in space, and it is revolving around Earth with a speed of 7 kilometers per second and revolving around the whole Earth with that. So that's why we call this a journey of dreams. Dreams like many of my colleagues who wanted to have their fingerprints on something which is there in space. I can proudly say to my child someday that I have made something which is there in space and it is revolving. So that's why we are here to tell you to dream about it and how you can achieve those things. Do you all know why the satellite is important? You all might have this in your phone. How does this get the signal? From satellite. You all have TV. How does that get signal? Even if we are lost, we check the GPS. How does that get signal? Satellite. Whether there will be a rainy day or a sunny day tomorrow, who will tell? Satellite. We attacked on Uri at the enemy places. Where did we get the picture from? From satellite. So that's why it is very important to know the importance of satellite and how these things are getting done in India in this 21st century. So for example, if you are in a maze, आप मान लीजिए कोई भूल भुलैया में फंसे हैं. There is a friend of yours on a tower having a camera. Who will better guide you the path, you or your friend? You or your friend? If you are lost in a forest, who will better guide you, you or the person in helicopter? Similarly, for all the problems, if we are stuck in Earth to get it solved, who will solve? Who will solve? Satellite. So that's why it is very important to understand about the satellite. आप सभी ने सुना होगा कि ये क्या रॉकेट साइंस है, ये इतना भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं है कि ये रॉकेट साइंस. This is actually the rocket science we are talking about. Why it is so complicated? For the very basic, if you have this table here, if it gets broken, what do? You try to get some jugaad, you try to get it fixed, or worst case, you try to get it replaced. Have you ever wondered what happens in satellite or in space? You have any ISRO mechanic? Have you heard of any ISRO helpline center? हेलो इसरो, मेरे सैटेलाइट का स्क्रू निकल गया है, प्लीज कोई एस्ट्रोनॉट भेजिए. सुना है? So of course not. That's why it is very important for the rocket science and the missions related to these space to get to a precision, perfection and perseverance. For the very simple thing, your satellite could be a 1 crore or a 2 crore project, but it is sitting on a rocket which is a 500 or 1000 crore project, with an immense pressure of India's money involved in it. If any of your screw gets loosened up and damages the rocket, it is that pressure which you can't handle with those projects. That's why it requires those zero defects in space systems. That's one of the tagline for ISRO. So, and definitely apart from this, the perseverance. It was not just a day long project or not just a month long project. Not just a year, it was a 8 long years project right from 2008 launched in 2016. So you definitely need action with the patience. So that's why this is the rocket science. आप में से शक्तिमान कौन जानता है? सुना है? Yes or no? Yes. So similarly, I used to watch Shaktiman in my childhood. It was so important. It was so life important movement for me to watch Shaktiman every Sunday in my childhood. There were times when Shaktiman didn't came on the Sunday TV, and I got to know what is so important more than the Shaktiman. So very few days, on one of the Sunday, it happened to be a 26 January, the Republic Day parade. So I got to know that the country, the India, is more important than my Shaktiman. Second time on that Sunday, it happened to be a rocket launch with that PSLV rocket launch of shown from Sriharikota on that DD National, which told me that this is sort of fascinating and more important for me to actually work on it. That 6 or 7-year-old boy watching rocket launch in place of Shaktiman at the age of 9 just wanted to get a photo in front of House of Kalam. At the age of 16, I just attended the lecture sitting at the back of Dr. Kalam at IIT Bombay, and then later at the age of 22, I had my own satellite built and kept on the rocket with my own hand in Sriharikota, which got launched in 26 September 2016. So that's the journey of me, how from that boy to the rocket launch, and which we ever dreamt of. So definitely we are here to tell that these are the things which actually impact when you are at this age, to get the trigger about your dream, your passion, your perseverance with your activities. So with this, for last 5 years, we are running an NGO which is Igniting Dreams of Young Mind Foundation. You will be very happy to know that it has impacted around 7 lakh students from last 5 years, all about space awareness, space education, space campaign, how it could be linked to the every corner of the world. And if you are thinking a boy or a girl can't do it from a Gwalior, I have a real example for it. Manvi Dhawan, she is from Gwalior, and she was the first girl project manager of the satellite Pratham. So anyone can do it. Any one of you can build your own satellite. So this is how the journey of Antariksh Gyan Abhiyan led us to reach to more people and to give back to the society in all possible ways. ये अभियान हमने 36 दिन का छत्तीसगढ़ में किया था. I have few stories to tell from that mission, how it is very crucial. We reached every corner of Chhattisgarh, including the Naxalite affected areas, the remote tribal, every possible places. We were told at 5 PM to leave this place at any cost because it is a Naxalite affected areas. All those stories are definitely linked. At some of the places, there were firing during the election just after, few days after when we went for the session. So this is the journey there. One of the school girl asked me, क्या आप कभी स्पेस में गए हैं? मैंने कहा नहीं, वहां जाने के लिए आपको एस्ट्रोनॉट बनना पड़ता है. तो उसने मुझसे बहुत मासूमियत से एक सवाल पूछा था, क्या वहां जाने के लिए सीढ़ियां होती है? It led me to think more, dream more. मैंने उससे कहा नहीं, वहां जाने के लिए रॉकेट या स्पेस शटल का इस्तेमाल किया जाता. सो वेरी सिंपल आंसर शी टोल्ड कि मैंने कार्टून में देखा था कि वहां जाने के लिए सीढ़ियां होती है, इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि शायद वहां जाने के लिए सीढ़ियां. दैट सिंपल आंसर फ्रॉम हर लेड अस टू ड्रीम मोर, टू think more about all possible perspective before thinking about the challenge. So रात के अंधेरे में हम खिड़की से चांद देख रहे हैं और दिन के उजालों में वहां तक जाने का रास्ता. दुनिया को मालूम होगा हवाई जहाज या रॉकेट जैसे कुछ तरीके, पर हम तो सीढ़ियों का ख्वाब देख रहे हैं. सो दिस इज व्हाट दैट गर्ल टॉट मी. अ सिमिलर गर्ल फ्रॉम दिस मिशन, बट an unfortunate, she was a blind girl. We ever thought कि हम ये अभियान जो चलाएंगे उससे this vehicle could go on to different schools with these rocket satellite models. So the students who can see these rocket models will be able to learn more. But in this, one of the blind girls student, she touched the rocket and then told, oh, this is rocket booster, which we never thought of. The person who can't see also gets to know from this and to help her dream more. So that's what TEDxGyan Abhiyan was all about. Have you all watched the movie Mission Mangal? Who was the hero? Akshay Kumar. I'm not sure I met him or not, but I met the real life Akshay Kumar from the movie, Dr. M. Annadurai, who was part of this mission and who sent the well wishes for this. He was the project director for the Mangalyaan mission. He once told, जब चंद्रयान की पूरी स्टोरी प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस में अटल बिहारी जी को सबमिट की थी, तो आउट ऑफ ऑल द प्रपोजल देयर वाज ओनली वन मिस्टेक, which Atal sir told. There was a proposal of Chandrayaan with all the details. They just put a dash and a 1 to tell that this is just the first step. You need to go on and go on. And that actually led to one of the biggest mission widely known, the satellite which went on to South Pole of Moon. So that was the name, Chandrayaan 3. So that too was a visionary idea to tell not just you might fail, you definitely Chandrayaan 2 got failed. You might fail into this process, but you end up doing something which nobody has ever done it. Do you all know how many records ISRO holds as a world record? चांद पर सबसे पहले पानी खोजने वाला देश कौन सा है? कौन सा है? मंगल पे पहली बार में पहला सक्सेसफुल मिशन करने वाला देश कौन सा है? और चांद के साउथ पोल पर सबसे पहले लैंड करने वाला देश कौन सा है? तो इसी के साथ साथ उनका एक और वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड है, PSLV रॉकेट से सबसे ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट्स लॉन्च करने का, which is 104 satellites getting launched. So this is the India's 21st century. You have an upcoming missions of 2035. We have Bharatiya Antariksh Station planned, which is there in space. 2014, we have a target to place a person on the moon. So all these upcoming missions need actually you, need people like you, student like you, to get this a successful mission. Out of all this, I told that why there are multiple reasons to actually select this date. In my whole career, 27th September was one of the lowest point I have ever achieved. Why is it so? 26th September 2016, we got our satellite launched through ISRO PSLV. The next day, we were supposed to get the satellite signal, but we didn't got it. That was the full day. So every satellite gets 2 signals in a day, which is passed on to a ground station on Earth. On 27th September, we were supposed to get those and we didn't got it. Those 8 long years of hundreds of students' effort just went into a vain or a waste. On the same day, we also got an invite from Maharashtra governor to felicitate the whole team. But that too can't surpass the level of sadness we have because of the satellite signal not getting it. On 28th of September, when we were going on the way to governor's place at Maharashtra, very fortunately we got a small message from University of London that we are hearing something from your satellite. We don't know whether it is actually your satellite data or someone else. That they sent us on 28th, and we finally got to know that it has a decoded message in the form of Morse code, which says this is VU2BUG, which is a call sign and Pratham IIT Bombay student satellite project. It's similar to like hearing your voice of your child for the first time. It's our baby, which we fortunately got successfully done after the 28th thing. I would like to take a quote from him. This is especially for school students. You show up daily because your dream doesn't care about your mood. My journey is, so do you all know what happens before the rocket launch? What happens before the rocket launch? Countdown. So we'll do the countdown. And also, do you all know how the rocket sounds? How? Exactly. So we'll call at the count of 0 with this very loudly, all teachers and everyone, please. So we'll start the countdown. 10, 9, or तेज 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone. This is what our journey is. Thank you.